The undefeated Helena Capital team is looking for a three-peat this Friday. Of the 9 teams present at today's ceremony, 5 of the teams were from the state of Arizona. As part of the fundraiser, the pink and white game jerseys will be auctioned off. Thanks, Brett. I'm here at the Carroll College PE Center. 5,000 middle school students have hit the slopes of Great Divide this year to get expert instruction on how to be safe while competing in winter sports. Signing a major league contract is every young athlete's dream. And at 18 years old, Great Falls native Bill Wilkinson got that opportunity when he was drafted by the Seattle Mariners. Coach LeBrun says to be a good vaulter, you must be coachable and be willing to try new ideas without frustration. And since I can do at least one of the two, I thought I'd let him give me a few pointers.
My business has always been training and selling horses, and nobody would buy a horse that wouldn't go around the barrels, so I was kind of stuck with him.
When Shelly Murphy first bought Flick, she had no idea he would turn into one of the best barrel racing horses in the world.
He was showing he could compete and showing that he could do what it took to be at the top of his game, and we just went ahead and went with it and rode the ride.
Murphy joined the pro rodeo circuit in 2006, and the Montana Barrel Racer had one of her best years last year as she and Flick won 11 rodeos, earning more than $150,000 during the regular season and qualified for the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. But even with the growing success, Murphy decided to slow things down.
You know, the road life is a lot of fun, but it's not so much fun when you don't have your family with you and when they don't get to share the victories with you. I want to be home with them and I want to support them, and I've fulfilled my dream making it to the NFR. I think there's a little more important things out there than going down the road and chasing that dream again.
The last year has been especially hard on Murphy's kids, who are just glad to have their mom back home for a while.
Last year she wasn't home, so it was Dad and I that went, and we did good, but it wasn't the same. We were traveling partners in 07 or 06, so it's just not the same. But so this year it's been good. We've been traveling and having fun and just, you know, kind of doing the family thing and having her back.
It's gonna feel weird because she's here and I'm just used to her being gone, and it's just gonna feel weird, but I'm happy she's home.
Murphy says she doesn't know what the future holds for her and Flick, but in the meantime, she will continue competing, just closer to home. In Helena, I'm Becky Holley for the Montana Sports Network. She is in the top 10 in 7 offensive and defensive categories, including #1 in making three-pointers and free throws. Capitol High senior Kelsey Brecky has been coasting as one of the state's most underrated players, often in the shadow of Big Sky's Jocelyn Tinkle. But the senior says she prefers being under the radar.
I kind of like being the underdog, and because then when we're playing teams, I'm not really getting as much attention as she does because it's harder that way.
Kelsey is modest about her success on the court over the years, but her coach knows that she's an asset that the team can't play without.
She's not going to do the flashy, fancy thing, but she just does all the little things well, and she's just a player we can't afford not to have in the game.
Kelsey set a number of school records in her sophomore year at Capitol, and while coming off a less-than-par junior season, the senior says she put in her time to make the necessary improvements.
You know, I just want to go out with a bang, and I didn't want to have a letdown season like I felt I had last year, so that's why I've been working so hard. I like to prove myself. I don't really want to hear about it. I just want to show them.
With playoffs tonight against Hellgate, Kelsey has been focused on what needs to be done to make the second-ranked team better, and Coach Pilgrim knows she'll lead them to victory.
Her biggest thing is she wants people to know about the Capitol Bruins as a team, and she'll do anything she can to get that team recognition, and I honestly don't think she's worried about that individual part of it.
In Helena, I'm Becky Holley for the Montana.
It's turning out to be a weird season.
The Carroll College Fighting Saints have received an automatic berth to the NAIA semifinals. Northwestern Oklahoma State forfeited this weekend's contest due to the use of ineligible players.
I mean, we had a bye week at the end of the year, which is odd for us, and had a game, and now we got another bye week. I just hope it turns out to be a really good, productive week. I hope everyone keeps their focus, and it's going to be on our older players and our coaches to keep everyone focused.
The team was prepared to fight their way through the brackets and are a little disappointed that the advancement was given to them.
Well, you know, we were into routine and we wanted to play, and you want to prove yourself on the field. You know, we wanted to play a football game. That's what we prepared for. That's what we coaches get paid for, as the coach.
The Fighting Saints are using this time to recover from the loss of yet another quarterback and to tie up some loose ends in the training room.
Letting people rest up again, just kind of get ready, hopefully refocus now for the game that we're going to have next week in the semis. Rest and rehab will definitely help us. So it's kind of nice.
The tickets that were bought for tomorrow's game will be honored for the December 6th semifinal. However, if you can't make it to next weekend's game, refund requests must be made by noon on December 2nd at the Carroll ticket office. The Carroll College Fighting Saints are on a pit stop while on the road to Rome, Georgia. The team will find out who it plays next on Sunday morning. In Helena, I'm Becky Holley for the Montana Sports Network. For about 150 6th and 7th graders at Helena Middle School, the chance to leave school for the day and learn how to ski or snowboard is a rite of passage into the wide world of winter sports. Over 5,000 middle school students have hit the slopes of Great Divide this year to get expert instruction on how to be safe while competing in winter sports, a program the mountain has offered as part of PE curriculum for over 20 years.
If you begin with good instruction, so forth, and get the foundation of the sport correct right at the beginning, it's a lot safer and it's a lot quicker to a pleasant activity, and so it can be a great opportunity for a fun lifetime sport.
The goal of having such programs in the school curriculum is to get kids interested in winter activities so they can be active and healthy all year long, and Helena School District has been a part of the program for 11 years.
Basically, we're trying to teach them another type of a lifetime, I guess a lifetime skill. You know, we've brought kids up here that have never skied before. They started in the backyard, and right now they take it up for the rest of their lives.
While some kids are out here to get out of class for the day, others are actually interested in skiing and snowboarding and are taking advantage of the instruction they are receiving.
Instead of sitting down all day, you can be active and learn lots of stuff that you haven't learned before and get better every year.
It's fun because I like to get out there and be active and stuff rather than doing schoolwork.
In Marysville, I'm Becky Holley, News Channel 5. More than 100 athletes have come through the Helena Pole Vault camp this week, and many of them are veterans who keep coming back to hone their skills.
I've learned to jump higher. I've cleared probably a foot higher each time I've came. So that's why I keep coming back too.
I like pole vaulting and I just want to get better. I want to succeed and go to college for pole vault.
Each year, the camp offers athletes the chance to work with coaches from well-known programs such as former MSU vaulter and former University of Oregon coach Dan West.
Anytime I get to do a camp, it's great. The enthusiasm, and it's, if you can teach kids how to do things correctly from the start and they don't get bad habits, then they become much better vaulters. So it's a great location. He's got great pits here and a lot of real innovative drills, so it's really fun to come and see.
As head of the camp, Doug LeBrun has worked with pole vaulters as young as 7 all the way through post-collegiate. And he says that as long as you're willing to work hard, you can learn to pole vault.
Well, I think of course, naturally height, speed, good athleticism, but a lot of kids and people don't have that, but they still like it. The thing would be the determination to work to improve on their technique.
Coach LeBrun says to be a good vaulter, you must be coachable and be willing to try new ideas without frustration. And since I can do at least one of the two, I thought I'd let him give me a few pointers. I was taught footwork and how to incorporate gymnastics into my jumps, but trust me, leave the good vaulting to the veterans. Well, maybe I'll get them next year. Until then, I'm Becky Holley for the Montana Sports Network.